Let's go ahead and do our recording. All right. Hello, hello, friends, and welcome to Burn That Buddha. It's our exercise yoga series. Come on into your space. Today is Friday, Feel the Burn Friday. So we're going to be feeling it. Lots of crunches today, working on all of that section. So I might pull in some of that midline Monday since that did get cut off. Apologize for that. So let's continue and let's get going. Come on into your space, into your place. Let's bring some opening breath. Just inhale, reach those arms up, bring it up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's bring that intention in. I love that quote that the root of suffering is what we hold on to. So let's detach. The root of suffering is attachment. There's our Buddha quote. So let's detach some of that extra stuff that's hanging out here. All right, bring those feet forward. We're gonna just do some pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. Like I said, this one is gonna be lots of abs, so get ready for that. Point and flex. Let's do that little windshield wipers. Open up just a little bit. Roll those ankles out. Get those legs open just a little. Send that left leg out, right leg comes to center. Let's do head to knee pose. So opening up the legs and the hip flexors. Preparing for some of those bicycles that we're going to be doing. All right, crisscross, open up, come on over to a little twist here. Find your way over to the right side. Opening up, twisting, feeling that stretch all the way on the inside of the thigh and the groin. And come on back, bring those feet forward, shake it out, stretch it out, send that right leg out, left leg to center. Come do that head to knee pose on this side. And wherever you are is great. If you're still not reaching or your body just is, not able to do that, just reach and stretch. This is a great way to build flexibility. Or just find where your comfort spot is and then see if you can't just walk your fingers just a little bit farther. That's how we gain flexibility. And then crisscross, work your way over to that bent knee. Stay upright, find a twist. And then feel that stretch on the inside of the thigh, inner right groin, also all the way up the back. You might even feel it up to the shoulder. Come on back, shake it out. Begin to shake those legs out. We're going back into our first stretch series. Come on back all the way onto the back. We're going to lift up and go into bridge. You might want to block here. That's a great support. So grab your block if you want it, if you need it, and go ahead and lift the pelvis up. Come into bridge, roll those shoulder blades back underneath you. Come into this stretch. You can add that block. And get yourself up just a little bit, opening up the low back. You're going to be doing lots of flexing and stretching, so let's get some blood flow in that area first. Opening up, push the heels down, lift up, see if you can't lift even more. And then begin to add a little bit of that exercise element. Lower the abdomen down or the bottom down. Don't go all the way down to the ground and then reach up. We'll do this kind of pulse about a dozen times. Activate the core, pushing the belly button down towards the spine as you lift up. Exhale down. Inhale up, tightening all of the glutes and everything. Exhale. Continue to find the stretch. Put down on the feet as you lift up. That's going to continue to activate those muscles. Continuing to stay fully active as we come up and open up the body, open up the low abs and the glutes for sure. getting that backside. A couple more times, and then we'll begin to add our knees and our legs into this. Okay, go ahead and relax. Let it go all the way down. Roll out the back, roll out the spine. We've been up for a while here. Bring those knees up and in, knees to chest. Take a moment of rest here. Then we'll add those bicycles, continuing to work the lower abdominals. Send those legs out. It might be helpful to hold on to the mat and begin to bicycle your legs. So begin to do those pedals. So pedaling out, reaching and pedaling, opening up the hip flexors, activating the low abs. Probably starting to feel that, feel the burn. Get the title of today's theme. All right, go ahead and send those legs the other way, rotate. You'll notice we're just asymmetrical, so there's going to be, one side is going to feel different or just more dominant on one side than the other. That's okay, be accepting. Couple more times. And then bring those feet on down. You can take rest here. You can take rest in bridge, wherever feels good for you. Take another moment. Bring those knees up, and then we're going to begin to rotate around. So bringing just a gentle massage almost to the low back, keeping the core activated as you bring those knees up and in, around and down. One more time, and then we'll rotate the other way. And then go the other direction, whichever way, switch it up. Keeping the core active as we're coming around in our rotation. And one more time. All right, bring those knees down. Let's open up the legs just a little bit more. Bring that left leg up to the right knee. Open up that hip flexor even more. Add a little pressure onto your knee if that feels good. You can also reach up, find your right leg, pull that in, open up the back side of the hip flexor. So important to open up and bring that blood flow into our hips and into our low back, especially as we're doing all these crunches. We'll get preparing for all of those. Switch those legs out, unpretzel, bring that right leg up to left. Add that little pressure if you want onto your knee. That just opens up the front of the hip. And then find your way, bring that left leg up. And then now we're opening up the back leg on the right leg. All right, unpretzel, bring those legs down. We're getting ready for our first crunches. Bring those hands underneath the head. And let's do a dozen, lifting up, inhale up, exhale down. Keep going, finding your little crunch here, activating the core, pushing down on the feet. And do about 6 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax and release. Go ahead and bring those knees up. Now we're going to go halfway lift. Feet can be flexed or pointed. Anywhere in between is fine. And then we're going to do the same thing. We're going to crunch, but we're going to bring our knees towards our elbows. Come on up and crunch. And then out and then crunch. So continue doing this. We're going to do that about a dozen times. Keep going. Inhaling on the crunch, exhaling out. About 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead and find rest all the way in corpse pose. Send those legs all the way out. Arms can be out in the T or down at the side. Bring a little bit of rest to the body, not for long. We're just going to reset here for a moment. And then we're gonna bring the legs up and we're just gonna push down. So inhale, reach those legs up, and then exhale down. Inhale up, and then exhale down. I'm gonna do this, activating the low and the top. This gets both the sides as well. Continuing to breathe through this practice, lifting the legs, pointing, finding an extension. About 5 more times. Two more. All right, friend, drop it down, bring the knees down. Rest it out just for a minute. Find your way up to sit. So I'm just gonna send my knees over to the left and then just literally push myself up into a seated position. Come on into that butterfly, the bound angle pose. Bring those feet together. Shake it out, work it out. Add a little bit of motion in those legs. All right, we're gonna get up onto our knees and then tabletop and do some bird dogs, some other stretches. Come on over, flip those feet back. Come into that tabletop position. Find your figure 8 pattern here. Loosen up those hips, add a little bit of rest for a minute. And then do the cat-cow, drop the chin to chest on the exhale. Inhale. Find that length in the spine. Exhale, round the back, chin to chest. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale. Find that figure 8, any additional last movement you need. And then we're getting ready for those bird dogs. We do that by lifting one arm, opposite leg. I'm going to start with the left arm forward, right leg back. And then exhale. Inhale, and then exhale down. Do this about 6 times, about half a dozen times. And then if you want to add in that tiger curl, you do that by just bringing the elbow and the knee in together. So continue finding this beautiful stretch. Reach, length. You'll feel that on both of the sides. That's what the stretch is. So we're working the sides of the abs here. One more time, and then the option to bring in that tiger curl. So just bring that knee and the elbow in. And then reach. We'll do this about half a dozen times, or you can continue just doing that standard bird dog. If that's too much, maybe you're just doing just the arms or just the legs. About 3 more times. A couple more. Almost done. One more time, and then we'll find rest in that child's pose. So go ahead and roll it out, open up those hips, open up those knees, send yourself back into child's pose. Bring some rest into your shoulders and your arms. Come on onto the belly. We're going into Superman. So lay yourself down, point those toes, send those arms straight out, reach up, exhale down. Inhale, reach, looking for length. Exhale down. Send those hands towards the feet. Come into Lucas. Inhale up. Exhale down. Option to go locust, or you can go into Bopos. Inhale up, find those feet. And then find that additional stretch. And exhale down. Bring those hands close and tight. Just come into Cobra. Give your back just a little rest. Reach up, low Cobra. Roll those shoulder blades back. Point the toes. Exhale down. Come on up, tip the hips or tip the toes. Let's go into forelimb staff. Lift up, keep it low. Stay here for one more breath. And then exhale, find that push-up. Inhale all the way up, staff pose. Option to drop the knees if you want. We'll come into 2 push-ups. Exhale down, inhale up, exhale down, inhale up. Drop the knees. Come on back into child's pose. And then come on up into dolphin. So bring those hands and the forearms down. You're up on your toes, lift the hips. Find rest in dolphin for a minute. And then bring those elbows up, come on up into downward facing dog. Get up onto your palms. We're going to step right into a warrior one and bring that left foot up and in wide. It's right by my hand. Take that right foot back, plant those hips, step on up. Let's straighten those legs. Come into splits pose. So just legs are straight. Come down that left leg. Option to bring in that block here if you want. It can be on either side, or you can just be all the way down, wherever you're at. Activate the core, straight back, inhale up. Bend to the knee, bring that right leg wherever it needs to be to find that warrior one. So our left leg is bent, right leg is back and flat. Hips are forward facing, adjust the hips. Inhale, reach up and find that exercise element. On the exhale, begin to hinge the hips, reach forward, reach. Send those fingers down towards the ground. Arms go back if they can, all the way back as far as you can. Inhale, bring the arms forward, push up with the foot, and then come all the way up. We're gonna do this half a dozen times. Inhale, hinging, reaching, and then swooping. Push down on the foot, come on back up. We're about halfway there already. So keep breathing all the way through. Do that hinge, exhale, release everything here. Inhale, push down and lift up. 2 more. Letting everything go on that exhale. Send those arms back, push down with the knee. We're coming into that last one, make it good. Reach forward, find some length, send those arms down. Come on back up, activating the core. Find some rest. We're gonna transition with a sun salutations. Reach up, arms come up. Inhale, hinge the hips. Forward fold, let it go. Relax it out. Halfway lift. Exhale, release. Step on back into plank. Do that same thing. I'm gonna feel that burn, so you can stay here. You can drop the knees. We're gonna do 3. Exhale, inhale up. 2, 3. Catch your breath. And then bring that right foot forward. Step on up, push up, bring those feet down. Whoop, that wasn't very graceful. Sometimes it is, sometimes it isn't. Come into that half splits pose. Find your stretch. Legs are straight. This side, I think I do want that block, just to find a little bit more length. Straight back, activate the core, push yourself up, push. Bend that knee, take a step, whatever you have to do to find those hips in that right placement. Shift the hips. Inhale, reach up. We'll bring that exercise element in. Hinge forward, come on into that forward fold. Hands go down along the sides of the foot and back. Push down into that right foot. And inhale up. We'll do that our half a dozen times. Coming down, exhale on the down, inhale on the push back up. Hinge the hips, lean forward, send the hands forward, and then swoop them down. Come on back up. And 1 more time. Is that 1 more time or 2 more times? I'm not sure. We'll do 2 more.
Inhale, come on up, and then we'll make this one the last one. Hinge the hips, lean forward, and then swoop arms down. Push down on that right foot, arms come up, and reset with our Surya Namaskar, sun salutations. Inhale, reach those arms up. Bend the knees, hinge the hips, come on forward, halfway, or forward fold. Halfway lift, hands to knees, shins, thighs, exhale, release. Come on down, plank it out, and do 3 more. There we go, drop the knees if you want. Hold your breath if you're just done and you just want to hold here too, that's optional as well. Let's do 3. And then we'll sit on back, find your way back into that child's pose, drop the knees, give yourself a little bit of rest. We're going to come up, stay on the knees, come into heroes. Then we'll do a side camel. So bring that left hand down, reach up, open up, extend the hips up. Stretch that back. Exhale down. And then go to the other side. Plant that right hand. Reach the left hand up, like create a rainbow. Reach it up, stretch it up. Open up that back. Shoulder, feel it all the way through. Exhale down. Come on down, all the way down to the ground. We'll do a couple more of those crunches. Find your way down, and then we'll end with that. All the way onto the back. Find rest here for a minute. Get ready to do those crunches. You can do whichever ones you want. You can just go straight up. You can bring the knees up. You can go sideways. So you decide what it is that you want and go ahead and pull that in, okay? We're gonna do a dozen. So I'm gonna go elbow to knee. I'm gonna twist it out since we haven't done that one yet. All right, ready, set, go. Inhale up, exhale down. And continuing to find your breath, find your place, find your crunch, find what it is that your body is calling for today. What extra movements do you want? What kind of crunches are feeling good for you? Go about 5 more. Two more. 1 and 2. I guess that should have been 2, 1. Go ahead and drop. Drop it all the way out. Let's go into a twist. Send the knees over to the left side. Arms can be out. They can be cactus. It can be wherever. Stay here for 1 more breath and then activate the core. Bring the knees up and send them over to the other side. We can extend that stretch by looking the opposite way that our knees are dropped. Or neck can be neutral, or it can be facing the same way. Activate the core, bring those knees back up. Come on out into, let's do happy baby pose. Open up the legs if you want, or you can just come all the way down into corpse. So if you want to take that extra stretch, hands can be anywhere on the feet, open up those hips, maybe add a little gentle massage to the low spine, low back, and then legs can drop down into supine, bound angle. You can come all the way out into corpse pose, whatever feels good for you today. I'm going to go bound angle. Looking for those nice open hips today. I'm sure you're feeling it also. Give yourself a little bit of gratitude for showing up for yourself for this practice. And wherever you are, bring a little bit of gratitude. You can stay in Savasana for as long as your schedule allows. Just being present to your breath and the experience. And we will see y'all back on Monday for Midline Monday. We'll work the sides and the midline. All right, ciao for now.